Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. U.S. Navy's carriers look like juicy targets for Iran's many missiles. Could Iran sink a carrier? It seems highly unlikely, but then again, never say never. In the event of an attack, Iran would likely launch every missile it could possibly throw at a carrier strike group, ideally scores or even hundreds of missiles. Even missiles that have no reasonable chance of striking a moving warship, the vast majority of the missile force, would be launched in order to overwhelm the carrier's defenders with threats. Iran has invested considerable resources in its ballistic missile forces over the past 40 years, for the same reason China and North Korea did. Military aviation is an expensive proposition, and developing and maintaining an air force to rival the United States is very expensive indeed. Ballistic missiles offer a relatively inexpensive way to launch conventional, chemical, biological, and even nuclear payloads long distances. As an added bonus, intercepting such missiles is complex and itself an expensive undertaking. All three countries developed large ballistic missile arsenals of varying sophistication, occasionally trading in illicit information among themselves and others. Iran, as the national interest pointed out last month, has a large and varied ballistic missile arsenal. It is difficult to pin down with certainty Iran's capabilities, as information inside the country is tightly controlled and the government often exaggerates or is evasive regarding its military capabilities. For the purposes of this article, we'll assume that Iran possesses the missiles as described by the national interest, such as missiles with infrared seekers for terminal guidance, Fateh Mobin, and an anti-ship ballistic missile with a 434-mile range. Iran would need such a capability to even consider hitting ships at sea. In the event of an attack, Iran would likely launch every missile it could possibly throw at a carrier strike group, ideally scores or even hundreds of missiles. Even missiles that have no reasonable chance of striking a moving warship, the vast majority of the missile force, would be launched in order to overwhelm the carrier's defenders with threats. Iran, which pioneered the use of small boats armed with rocket-propelled grenades, heavy machine guns, and artillery rockets during the Iran-Iraq War, has long been a fan of overwhelming enemy forces with obsolete or ineffective weapons to conserve combat power. A missile attack would likely be no different. Even under ideal circumstances, Iran's missile arsenal is unlikely to pose a credible threat against the U.S. Navy. That having been said, Iran can be expected to continue to develop longer-range missiles with greater throw weights and improved accuracy. The time may come when the Pentagon, out of an abundance of caution, might decline to send carriers beyond the Gulf of Oman, but that time is not now. If you like this video, hit the notification button for more news from Middle East. Thank you for watching.